Are you doing intense workouts, lots of cardio, and you're just not seeing the results that you want? Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa, and today we are doing a yoga workout for PCOS to help calm our nervous system, build up our strength, to help support our body and our hormones. Go grab your mat and let's do this. Before we get started, if you have a yoga block or a tennis or lacrosse ball, you can go ahead and grab that. If not, no worries, I've got you covered. We're going to start today in a comfortable seated position. Maybe you want to prop yourself up on a block, on a pillow. You can be sitting like I am. You can also cross your legs in easy pose, whatever is most comfortable for you. And we're going to start off with a little bit of Kapalabhati breathing. It's such a great tool to help manage stress and calm that nervous system down before we get going. We're going to take those arms, bring them out towards the side. So the elbows are going to be bent, palms are facing the ground. The Kapalabhati breath, you are working on pumping your abdomen. So it's this inhale and that exhale. You'll feel the abdomen pumping in and out. So it's an inhale and that exhale. So here we go. Take a nice breath in and we're going to add on, when you exhale, twist. You can go as slow or as fast as you need with this. And doing what's feeling right for your body. So we're working with that breath to help tap into our nervous system. We're working on creating more mobility in our mid-back and in our trunk. That helps with our breathing muscle to get that going a little bit more, which is so key for our core and pelvic floor system. Maybe you want to continue slow or even pick it up a little bit more. Drive that elbow behind and everything's rotating from that trunk. Nice work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring that down slowly to a still and just come off the block. And then we're going to curl those toes underneath. And you can keep your hands down on the ground. Maybe you place your hands on a block, or maybe you're comfortable sitting up. It's a really big stretch for those feet. I'm always working on this one. For all that running, stretching out those feet. Okay, so gentle breaths in. And we're going to work on is our pelvis. We want to be careful we don't get the upper body going. We're going to lift that tailbone and then a little tuck of the tailbone underneath. A little lift and a little bit of tuck. If you've got that block in front, you can work on lifting and tucking. We want to be careful that our upper body isn't helping out, that we're just getting that pelvis moving, starting to warm things up. We're noticing what areas are a little sticky, what you're noticing. There's also a really big connection between our feet and our pelvic floor. So that's why we're stretching out those bottom of the feet. And if it gets to be a little too intense, you can always just come into child's pose doing the same thing, lifting and tucking. You want to start to create more controlled movements. Maybe coordinate with the breath. As you inhale, lift that tailbone. As you exhale, tuck it underneath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Just find that position that works best for you for 3, 2, nice, last 1. And then slowly uncurl those toes, maybe kind of shake those out. And then we're going to take our yoga mat and we're going to roll up our yoga mat. You could also take a towel and roll the towel up. We're going to place it just below our the rib cage. So we're above our belly button, placing it in our upper abs. So this is an area where we can create a lot of tension if we grip with our upper abs or hold with our breath. So we want to loosen this up before we get into some more movement today. So find the spot, laying down on that mat. The arms come out in front, and you can shift your weight more to that right hand side. And as you take your breath in, think of sending the breath into the mat And then exhale, let that mat sink in. You can rest your forehead down. I'm just going to stay up so that you can hear me. You want to relax that upper body, or relax the glutes. Inhale, send the breath in. That stomach pushing into your mat. Exhale, slowly let it go. If you did have that tennis ball, you could also use this as well. If you wanted it, it's going to be a little bit more intense, but the same thing. You would just find the bottom of that rib cage and place the ball right there. Either option works. And some days you may feel like wanting to do the mat and towel, and other days you may want the ball. If you want to add on a little bit, you could take that left leg, since we're on the right side, take your left leg and maybe just lift that left leg up and back behind you, letting that head rest down. And same thing, just kind of breathing into it. Gentle stretch in the back, opening up those upper abs. This is a type of myofascial release. It's a great way to increase circulation, get our tissues gliding, get that breathing muscle again working. One more here. And let's bring it back. And then if you use the ball, switch the ball to the left-hand side. If you're on the towel or the mat, gently roll to that left-hand side, heads resting down. And we're inhaling, pushing the stomach into the ball. Exhale, let it sink. Inhale, push your stomach into the ball or the mat. Exhale, let it come in. And just compare your left side with your right side. Does one side feel a little more tender than the other side? Just working on balancing the two out. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. If you want to take that right leg, lift the right leg up and back behind you. You can also do that as well. Nice. Let's take one more breath here. And slowly bring that back. And you can come on off the mats. And here we go. We're going to start off in tabletop. Doing repetitive movements. We're going to go slow the first round through, and then we'll pick it up. That right leg is going to go back behind you. Press into the top of that left shin. Float your right leg towards the sky. Option to add on here if you want to take that left arm and reach your left arm straight in front. Good. Press into that right arm. Left arm's reaching in front. We're pressing through that back right heel. Slowly lower. Left hand down. Take your right foot. Step your right foot to the outside of that right hand. Just going to open up those hips for a minute. We're going to press into the right leg. Curl those back toes underneath. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you shift forward and tap that left ankle behind your right. All the weight's in that right foot. Lifting out of your hip. Step it back. Lower down. Right leg goes back, left arm comes in front. Here we go, left arm comes down, step that right foot forward. Maybe you lift and hold here. Maybe you step forward. We're trying to stay low. We're building some heat in that right leg. Kick it back. You can also always use blocks. If you had your block and wanted to use that block in front. It's working on the transition. Feeling all the different muscles fire up. Nice and slow. That right leg does the work as you shift forward. Awesome. We're going to do one more time through here. Step that foot forward and tap. Send it back. And then we're going to switch. So we'll take that left leg goes back. You can stay right here or fire it up with that right arm reaching in front. Good. Lower down, left leg steps to the outside. Just kind of open for a minute, check everything out. We're driving the left foot into the ground. Curl those back toes underneath. Use the block. Maybe you lift up and hold. Maybe you step, tap, and step it back. Left leg goes back, right arm in front. Lower down, step. Drive into that left foot, tap, and step it back. How does this side feel compared to your other side? Can you keep coming back to your breath, staying nice and even inhales and exhales? Those are a great way to help with that nervous system. Really building strength in this left leg. Last time here. And then step it back. Option, child's pose, or if you want to lift those hips up and back into down dog, you can. Either option. Nice big breath in, and then exhale super slow, whatever position you're in, let it all go. And then when you're ready, we're just going to slowly make your way towards the front of your mats. Press into those feet, lift your arms, come all the way up, hands come down towards heart center. Just take a gentle breath in, check in. We'll take your right leg, step that right leg straight back. Press down into those feet, lift your arms all the way up overhead. Keep pressing your back heel down. Slowly bring your hands down to your front thigh, or you can stay lifted up. We're gonna come back to the rocking of that pelvis. Lift the tailbone and then tuck the tailbone. A gentle lift and tuck. We're keeping the upper body still and it's just the lower body. We're really active in those legs, so those glutes are firing up for 3, 2, last 1. Back heel spins down, lift up and back, reverse your warrior. Keep lengthening, press that left foot down into the ground. Breathe into the left side of your rib cage. Nice gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. We'll slowly spin to face the back of your mat. Take your left hand down to the ground. You could also place it on the block. Right arm reaches towards the sky. So that left heel's pushing behind, right foot is pushing into the ground. We spin that chest open towards the sky a little bit more. Awesome. Take one more breath in here. Slowly take that right arm down. You're going to take off over the right leg, airplane pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades. We want those hips to be nice and even to the ground. Reach through your back heel. So option, we can stay here. Or if you want to add on a little bit, you can exhale, hug your knee in towards your chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, curl into this little ball. And then send it back, airplane. You can always toe tap, finger hold on a wall. Exhale, curl it in, round everything out. And then send that leg back, open through that chest. Feel that right hip, squeeze it in. Send it back. Curl everything into a ball. And then send it back. You want to check in with your toes to make sure you're not gripping those toes. As slow as you can, lower that leg back down. We're going to spin everything to face the side. Tap those fingers overhead. Left foot turns to face the front of your mat. Come into extended side angle. Peel that chest towards the sky. That left forearm rests on your front thigh. Spin the right side of your rib cage open. So we're really active in the feet. You're going to drive into this left foot. Slowly come up, turn the foot to face the side. Bend your right knee, sink those hips back. Slowly press into that right foot, this push-pull, extended side angle. Stay with your breath. Pull yourself, come up. Bend your right knee, sink the hips. Inhale, lift up, left foot turns to face the front. We've got one more here. Pull yourself, come back, spin to face the side. And then pull everything, come back towards the front of your mat. Those hands can come down to the ground. Step back, plank on your knees, plank on your toes, lengthen out. We'll slowly lower everything all the way down. Inhale, open, broaden through the front of your chest. Nice breath in. Option, child's pose or down dog. And just take 2 breaths here. Notice your left side, notice your right side. We're heading into that same thing we're just gonna do on the left. Notice your breath, the ins and the outs. Take one more breath in here. And when you're ready, slowly walk those feet forward or make your way towards the front of your mat. Press into those feet, lift those arms, come all the way up overhead, hands come down towards heart center. Here we go, left leg. Step that left leg back, crescent lunge. Drive into your feet, lift those arms up overhead. They can stay here. You can bring those hands down to your front thigh, and we're gonna lift and then the tuck. Getting that mobility in our pelvis. Lift and tuck. Spread those toes. Strong in your legs. And how is it different from the other side? Good for 3, 2, last 1. That back heel will spin down, lift up and back, reverse your warrior. Keep lengthening through your front thigh, reach through those fingertips. Breathe into the right side of your rib cage. And then we'll slowly start to spin to face the back of your mat. Spin up onto those back toes, right hand to the block or the ground. That left arm spins towards the sky, and we're gonna hold here. Oof, my left hip's like, hello, I'm fired up. Keep pressing through the back heel, drive into that left foot. 1 more here. Slowly spin that chest back down. You're gonna take off over that left leg, toe tap, finger to the wall, airplane, hands by your side. Checking in with those toes, make sure you're not gripping. We can spread those toes. If you wanted to add on, pull that knee in towards your chest, curl into a ball, and send it back. Nice work. Curl into a ball, hug it in, and send it back. Hug everything in, feel that left hip fire up. Last one, and send it back. Now, as slow as you can, step it back. Spin everything to face the side. Tap those fingers overhead. Left foot turns to face the front of your mat, extended side angle. Reach through those fingertips, press into those feet. Nice breath in. Pull yourself, come up, bend that left knee, head to face the side. Pull yourself up, right foot turns to face the front, extended side angle. Turn to face the side. Inhale, come up, extended side angle, pushing, pulling, all those muscles in our legs firing up. We can feel our core kicking on. And then we'll pull ourselves, come back up, spin back to face the front. Hands come back down to the ground, step it back, plank on your knees, plank on those toes, lengthen out, lower all the way down. Gently pull yourself forward, open up baby cobra, gentle squeeze of the glutes, press the tops of the feet into the ground, and then send those hips back. Child's pose or down dog. 2 breaths in here. Nice, and then inhale, pull yourself, come back up. And then come to a seated position. We've got 1 more. So we worked everything out. Just want to have a stretch for the hips and that pelvic floor. Coming into cobbler's pose, if you have a wall nearby, go ahead and scoot yourself up against it. And if not, no worries. You'll just bring the soles of your feet together, grab those ankles, and fold forward. We want to be careful not to round down like this. We want to keep that spine nice and flat and hinging forward. I'm going to scoot up against the wall. If you've got the wall here for support, you can take those hands and just gently press the hands down to those inner thighs. We're going to come back. We started with breathing. We're going to end with breathing. Inhaling the same as we exhale. We have 2 rounds here. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. On your next inhale, you have 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice gentle breath in. Exhale, letting it go. I'm just checking in with certain exercises we did today, how they made you feel. You can keep coming back to this class and notice the progress that you're making, and maybe you pick out a couple of these exercises just to do on your own. Good. Take 1 more nice breath in. Inner thighs. Exhale, let it all out. And just bring those legs out in front. Give them a little bit of a shake. And then we'll take one nice big cleansing breath in. Lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center, thanking your body for your practice. If you really enjoyed this class, you're going to have to continue. Check out this class over here. Keep up the good work. Until next time, namaste.